What's in it for you if you watch the entirety of this video? I'm not going to sell you something, I'm just going to walk through the exact 5 steps I took from January to April 2025 to force myself to become more attractive. Why should you trust me? You shouldn't, but first of all, I went from looking like a flubber monster 67 to this, which has made me the topic of conversation in my friend group because of how much better I look. And because of this, I now have a lovely woman, and this is the first year I've experienced genuine attraction from girls since I was like 14, and that's not a joke. Let's begin. 1. The Arlovsky conundrum. What is that? I made it up. I just didn't want to sound boring and put calorie deficit as number 1. But that's exactly what I needed because I was a large individual. A calorie deficit is kind of like taking a glob of clay and moulding it into something with shape. Let's just say that your body, fat or skinny, needs a certain number of calories each day to keep the same amount of fat attached to it. Let's say you need 2,000 a day. If you eat below 2,000 calories a day, let's say 1,800, your body will slowly start to remove the fat from itself to lose fat. This is the biggest change to my looks this year, and I achieved this by weighing myself every day, tracking my calories eaten on my calculator app, just the iPhone one, and using whether my weight goes up or down on the tracking to see how many calories I should eat each day to lose around half a kilogram per week. 2. Look disciplined. I've consistently stuck to strength training for 4 days a week since January, and I've experienced how this affects the girls that have been interested in me. There's been multiple times this year, I promise, I'm not bragging, I'm just stating facts. I've gone on nights out and I don't even have much muscle, but a girl that likes me will start feeling my arms and legs and complimenting my muscles. The problem with losing weight and strength training at the same time is that very quickly you're going to start to feel knackered because your body takes longer to recover when you're losing fat. So I personally only go to the gym 3 to 4 times per week. This allows me to recover and I don't feel like arse. And if you try to lose weight whilst not strength training, you'll just start to look smaller and smaller, not with any shape to you. 3. Hair and beard. I showed my girlfriend a picture of me from February before she met me, and my hair was completely different as well as I was fat. She said it didn't even look like me, and other than the fact, the main reason was because of my hairstyle. This year I managed to find a hairstyle and beard that I not only love, but everyone else I know seems to say it's my best style too. There's no point copying mine, buddy, but please experiment with your hair until you find something you like, and I'm not going to make you feel bad for enjoying the compliments from other people. That's how you can tell if it's good or not. The most important part of having hair is just making sure it's well kept, unless you're looking to date a gruffalo. A gruffaline woman. Just look at the difference here. Clearly staying well kept makes a big difference. 4. Clothes that fit. 4 months into my fat loss journey, I went to Primark with my mate for the first time in years and experimented trying on some slim fitting clothes at extra small. I was used to wearing medium and large, but now I could fit into the little shirts. I went into the changing room and I could not believe my eyes, brother. Not only did the slim fitting shirts actually fit, but because I had lost fat and put on muscle, the clothes complemented my shape. My arms popped out. I saw veins I've never seen before, and for the first time in years, I genuinely felt sexy. Having tight-fitting, clean clothes made all the difference for me because it made me feel hot. I always had to wear baggy clothes that hid my body because I was chubby, but buying cheap shirts for like £4 that actually fit me finally made me feel comfortable just walking about existing. 5. Social skills are a skill. When I was 12 years old, I couldn't even look other humans in the eye. This girl the same age at my dance school once tried to make conversation with me in the reception, and I was stood there with my eyes down, just nodding along. She finally turned to me after a while and shouted, "You're so rude!" I stared at her in shock, then she walked off. These days, I'm genuinely the complete opposite, and it's not because social skills come naturally. I just had to teach myself to enjoy talking to people, and I taught myself by doing the obvious stuff, read books and practice what I learned. Why get better at being social? Because you attract who you are. Repeat that again, rewind it. And if you want a well-rounded girl or guy with good values, morals, kind and caring, approachable, then you need to near enough become that yourself, but the man version. Before forcing myself to go out, I would tend to read books like The Charisma Myth, How to Win Friends and Influence People, I'd pick one new lesson from the book and try to apply it to whoever I spoke to at the bar. I applied little things over time, and just the other day, I was actually complimented indirectly by someone I was chatting to. He said he loved talking to me because I seemed like I actually cared about what he was saying. It was these social skills and overcoming the fear of approaching girls that led me to meeting my girlfriend. You can try and look as good as you possibly can, but you're still going to meet pretty much no one if you don't get better at talking. I would not have met her if I didn't have the courage to speak to her first, because she said she would be too scared to speak to me. And that's it, brother. No direct commands for you to follow, just what I personally did to become more attractive and less clapped. Alright, be gone.